Hello everyone, welcome to episode 54 of Awake Africa show. As you may know, this show is dedicated to sharing transformative ideas, principles and practices capable of catalyzing both personal and collective transformation of the African societies. In this episode 54 of my presentations on the subject of dysfunctional Africa, the solution, a case study of the Nigerian state, I will talk on the elements of Nigeria indigenous communal value systems, part 2. My name is Kennedy Nzewu. Before the advent of colonialism, social life within the indigenous tribal communities that make up the present Nigerian state was said to be very egalitarian, in that every member of the indigenous tribal communities understands the importance of adhering to the tenets of the indigenous value systems. As I conclude my presentation on the elements of Nigeria indigenous tribal value systems, the following elements also constitute part of the value systems which guides the life of members of the indigenous tribal communities. 1. A sense of good human relationship. Social life among members of the Nigeria indigenous tribal communities is based on the principle of live and let live. This implies interpersonal and intra-community relationship obtained in the interactions among members of the same community and different communities. Relationship among individuals recognizes human worth as not on the basis of what they possess or what they can do for each other, although in most cases this can be considered in terms of mutual reciprocity. Members can help each other without soliciting immediate or exact payback. The understanding that each person has something to contribute to each other's welfare forms the basis of interpersonal relationship among members of the indigenous tribal communities. Dialogue and conversation are cherished values among members of the indigenous tribal communities. People accommodate and respect individuals' opinions. Problems, whether personal or community, is discussed freely and solutions are arrived at to the satisfaction of everybody in most cases. The eroding value of good human relationship among Nigerians today is responsible for the present cantankerous relationships among the religious groups in Nigeria. 2. Value for sacredness of life. Shedding of human blood for whatever reason is abhorred among members of the indigenous tribal communities. If a man mistakenly kills a clan member, he goes on exile for some long period. But if a man kills a person consciously, he will be killed. The growing disregard for this value is responsible for the increasing level of violence being experienced in the Nigerian society today. 3. A deep sense of hospitality. The inherent value of hospitality found among members of the indigenous tribal community is often expressed in a spontaneous welcome and accommodation of strangers or visitors, unlike in the Western societies where strangers and visitors are looked with suspicion. The value of hospitality, which is one of the core values of the indigenous tribal communities, has been on the downward spiral. 4. A sense of respect for elders and authority. Respect for authority and elders are an ingrained cultural value among members of indigenous tribal communities. The elders are respected for many reasons. They are seen as teachers and directors of the young. It is often said that the words of the elders are the words of wisdom. Elders are regarded as the repository of communal wisdom. This is why leadership of the people is often than not considered to them. It is said that these cherished values are fast disappearing today. In episode 55 of my video presentations, I will talk on the subject I titled Eurocentric Individualistic Value Systems and the Crisis of Identity in Nigeria. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will enable you to get a first-hand notification whenever I drop fresh video contents, and for you also to access other interesting video contents in my channel. You can also share and encourage your friends to view any of the video contents that inspired you. Equally, you can interact with me on my various social media handles as displayed on the screen. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for your listening attention. Please do join me for my next episode of presentation.